A pleasant good evening to everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday and welcome once again to Eats Everything and Then Some, brought to you by the Unit Trust Corporation. I am your host, Kivo, once again. And I want to welcome you. Welcome to the first timers. Welcome to those who would have been with us throughout the journey. We are Eats. So we bring you the diet in terms of food, and you take a drink somewhere, wherever you are, and enjoy this show. Right? So we have a lot of different guests tonight, and they'll be sharing with us some very, very important topics and things that I think you need to have a notepad for. So make sure you get a notepad right now and take some notes because we have some heavy hitters with some good information. But before I start, let me detox a little bit. Just give me 2 minutes to detox, please. Now we know the manufacturing industry and construction industry is restarting. And as an adult, you know you may be doing a little renovations like I am doing, right? A little redecoration, etc. I want to talk to these so-called contractors or construction people. Let me say some things, right? I want to talk first of all to the painters. They're painter. If you are coming to paint by me, you should have the tools to paint. I will buy the paint, but how you tell me you have a paintbrush and asking me for a ladder? I don't have a ladder. Why are you asking me for these things? If you're coming to do a job, come with the equipment to do the job. All I can give you is the paint. I also looking for the 6-foot ladder in a hardware. Madness. I didn't come for that. Better you pay me. Don't do me that, painter. And on top of that, some of all your painters obviously can't paint. All your painting up and down, left and right. I swear I sacrifice a lamb. I see a cross on my wall. What's that? Fix that for me, please. Secondly, Joseph, don't play smart with me here, Joseph. Don't play smart with me. You told me how much plywood I needed. I bought that. You underestimate by so much to take my plywood to go and build it by somebody else's house. No, Joseph, you're wicked. I'm marking you. I'm staying home to watch every piece of plywood you use, and you're not taking any plywood to go home anyway. Don't try that with me. I must pay for somebody else's ply? No. Wickedness. And last but not least, in terms of interior design, Pearl, I tell you the length of the curtain. I told you the length of the curtain, Pearl. You give me Michael Jackson curtains. The curtain short. Why are you doing me that, Pearl? I give you the length. You know better than me. You live in home by me, Pearl? No, you're not. Fix my curtains for me, please. I don't like that. Give me what I asked for. And on the topic of giving people what they ask for, our first guest gives people what they ask for. This man has influenced my life significantly. He has done a lot for me in terms of creating an event experience. Let's get into the jiggy segment and bring on none other than the Commander-in-Chief of Caesar's Army, Mr. Jules Sobion. This is the jiggy segment. So, a pleasant good night.
Salutations, Kipo, and all the blessed folk of Trinidad and Tobago, as well as the Unit Trust Corporation.
How are you? How are you, sir? How has COVID been treating you, sir?
I am sorry, Kibo, but I am not hearing you.
Okay, let's try that again. Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Let's try that again. Can you hear me now? We have technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, I'm not hearing.
That's all right. Let me make sure that my mic is working. Right, my mic is up. All right. You need to unmute your mic. Can you hear me now, Jules?
No, I am not.
Oh, problem.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. All right. So, guys, we're just waiting on Jules. As you can see, Jules is the Commander-in-Chief of Caesar's Army, right? If you have never experienced a Caesar's Army event, you have missed out on something very, very, very fantastic, to be honest with you. Right? I've been to many and I've had such a wonderful experience at those Caesars Army events. I can't complain. Can't complain. I just complain, eh? But overall, I can't complain. Right? You know, I'm a complainer. But Jules has been doing some fantastic work over the past 10 years, and I really have to commend him for putting together such a fantastic product in Caesars Army. Jules, are you hearing me now? Okay. Can you hear me?
Kinda hearing you.
Kinda?
Yeah.
All right, good. So back with Jules. So I was asking, how has COVID been treating you, sir?
I'm treating COVID as a metamorphosis time. It's a time to evolve, a time to adapt. For me, it's that kind of a period where
right.
You know, the world of tomorrow and you strategize to see how you can adapt to the new world.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good stuff. Now tell me, as I said before, I would have experienced a Caesars Army event, right? And from what you have done, you have been able to carry the culture throughout the Caribbean and beyond. Now, give me a synopsis of how you managed to take that from Trinidad across the Caribbean and now worldwide.
I think basically what happened was that there was this whole element of what we embrace as the culture.
Yeah.
So ideally for us, it was very easy to export the culture once we were able to package it in terms of an experience.
Yeah.
You know, so for us, I mean, the turning point was my ambush juve, which was a revolutionary type of juve. We kind of used the elements of the traditional culture, and it first started off in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
And it got so popular that I was able to export it to Barbados and then to Jamaica.
Right.
And I think what catapulted that was not just the experience itself, but I would say, you know, the awareness, the global awareness that was created. So Usain coming and having a time, Rihanna having a time in Barbados, kind of catapulted it onto the world scene. So it was very easy for the innovation aspect as well as being able to package our cultural aspect into an event or an experience and be able to take it to the world. Nice.
So from what I have realized that, as you said, you started with the ambush experience, and now you provide so many different types of experiences within that one brand, the Caesars Army. So how do you do your research in terms of being able to pinpoint, all right, we know people want a Juve experience. How do I now go into, let's say, for instance, the Mai Tai, the AM Beach? How do you do your research to see that this is what the market wants right now?
Well, the thing about it is that this whole experience curation thing, especially based on the Caesars Army team, is that we look to tell a story for each event.
Yes.
So ideally, in terms of telling the story, this is where the concepts and the themes will come about.
Right.
And in terms of, you know, like we do a lot of our groundwork, I would say, in Trinidad. So before we actually export, we kind of feel the ground in terms of Trinidad itself.
Yeah.
So that's why you will always find that Trinidad is almost like a testing ground to see what really excites the people to a sense. And whether it be a Bacchanal Road, whether it be an AM Beach, we always try to create a different concept that will excite the masses. And it's very important too that the Caribbean itself provides that sort of landscape to experiment. Because let's just say Trinidad may not have the best beaches, but Barbados might, Jamaica might.
Yeah.
So in a sense, when you're creating these concepts and these themes, the Caribbean itself provides that great experimentation. And again, it's just a package of our Caribbean culture to the world.
Correct, correct. That's a great way that you put it there. You know, it's important to do the groundwork first, you know?
Yeah.
And looking at you and seeing you in events, right? I know you to be that man in the corner backstage, right? There's always a different type of personality with regards to promoters. Some promoters in the middle of the crowd having fun, but you seem to be that quiet, reserved, yet, fun-loving person, right? So how is it that, your events are, in essence, the complete opposite of the personality that we see?
Wait a minute. So I'm not a bacchanalist?
Well, from this year, from what I have seen, right? The promoter jump in the crowd, right? From what I saw this year, right? So we see that side of you, right? But people know you to be very reserved and whatnot. So, people are asking, how is it that, the reserved Jules now has an extension of himself in terms of these events?
Yeah.
That's how you put it?
I think I'm an introvert / extrovert.
Right.
But what makes me really reserved is when I put on a product. Right. When I have to put on an experience, and I think all members of my team are like that. When we put it on an experience, we put it out what we do best. Right. So you will always find me in my events, looking at the crowd, ensuring that everything is okay, But my personality, I'm very fun-loving. People will notice that. You would know that. Yeah. But when it comes to work and when it comes to business, the team is very fixated on making sure that the patrons deservingly get what they have asked for. Yes. So in a sense, we always analyzing, we always making sure we are always precise, because at the end of the day, if you're not consistent in what you do, it'll have a serious backlash in terms of the future of your business.
Very true. Very true. Now, consistency, I believe, is important. In terms of giving advice to not entrepreneur just yet, but an event promoter, what are three things? Let's get three things that you think are important in being a successful event promoter. And I know you don't like the word promoter. I know you're correcting me that at the time.
I'm not a promoter, Kivo.
Correct me, please, and give me the right title.
Call me an experienced curator.
All right.
You call me an event manager.
Right.
I'm not a promoter.
Right. So what's the difference? First of all, what's the difference in terms of how you see yourself? And give us some tips.
I think, when I first started off doing this, it was always about throwing a party, and it has evolved, coming back from ever since when I've been doing this for 15 plus years now. So in a sense, it's no longer that type of, I don't want to say it's a hustle, but it's not fickle. It's not like it's something that I do part-time, or it has evolved into a business. And not only that, it has become a sustainable industry that I'm involved in. So in a sense, that's why I take my profession very seriously. Even when I'm writing, on the plane, they ask you, what's your occupation? I spend a lot of time trying to decide, what do I really call myself,
Yeah.
And in essence, we are event managers, we are event curators, there are so many names for event strategists. But I just think that when you're involved in something that you're really serious in, and you believe in, you need to firmly root it in sort of a way that, is something that you believe that it can take you all the way to the end. Yeah. So that's my difference between promoter and event curator, for example. Okay. Three things for upcoming entrepreneurs, I would say, is definitely one, passion. I think once you develop and understand your passion, it will lead you to your purpose. That's real important.
Yeah.
If I never stood by what I believed in, I would have never reached where I am today. And that is believing in your passion.
Yeah.
Secondly, build a team. I went from Julius Caesar, the sole person, the be all and end all. And when I realized that I had to do big things, I needed a team. So even if it means building a team, one person at a time, do it. You need to build a team, because you can't do big things alone.
Yeah.
And the third one I would always say is take what you do best and take it to the world. Craft your skill, build your team, and take it to the world. And I guess I have one more important point that I would always give an entrepreneur or upcoming entrepreneur. You need to be resilient. You see, given the times with the COVID and the pandemic, etc. If you are not resilient and if you do not believe that there will be better days, you will never be able to adapt and move forward. So those are the points. Passion, purpose, build a team, take whatever you do best and take it to the world and be resilient, because those are the things that will get you where you need to be.
Those are some great points, some really good points. Now, Jules, in closing, right? With the situation that is at hand right now, the global pandemic, right? Now, has party planning for, let's say, for example, 2021, has that changed somewhat? Are you now changing the way in which an event experience is going to happen? Or are you saying, like, listen, I average that this is going to stop probably by September or so, and we're going to go back to normalcy? Or are you putting into work a different sort of experience as a Caesar's Army Commander-in-Chief?
The soldiers of Caesar's Army, who I love, are in a position right now where we are evolving. As I said before this pandemic, we were like caterpillars. Now, I think that we are slowly becoming butterflies. So an example here would be, you know that we always used to provide live experiences. That means large gatherings. We're preparing for these concepts and these themes, whether it be festivals or events. You know, we are in the business of live experiences. And I think now the team is very focused on adapting. And what we are trying to do is maybe even focus our energies into virtual experiences. So maybe it may mean Caesar's Army TV, having content on our Instagram, let's say pre-recorded content, and we can still have, you know, corporate sponsors involved, etc. You know, that's one way of looking at it. Or you could look at social distancing experiences, you know. I commonly like to give the concept of reinventing K-Donna, the drive-in movie, you know. So for me, like, the team is all about adapting and being resilient. So I think, like, I have a very formidable team. I'm very, I love my team. And I think that all of us are on the same level now in terms of how we can become butterflies. So we're not really too worried. I think that with the brain power and the skill set that we have, we will overcome. And everybody else in Trinidad and Tobago, I will always say that as well. Think of ways that you can adapt at this point in time, because this is the time to prepare for the new tomorrow.
Some fantastic points here by Jules, Sobion. So I also want to thank you very much for your information. It was extremely informative. It was enlightening. He's a man of many talents. People follow his page. It is extremely entertaining. As a fellow comedian, I think Jules has a comedic bug that he is about to, you know, is about to.
You never know. Because in reality, you gotta be all you can be.
Exactly, right?
So you never know. I could be a comedian just like you.
Yeah, he's a sugarcane cutter. He can do real things, right? So thank you very much, Jules. We appreciate it, right? Have a wonderful night and we chat.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you, Unit Trust Corporation. Blessings.
Yeah, man. Take care. All right, so that was Jules Sobion. I tell you, the man is a man of many talents and very well versed in his craft. So he gave some really good points there. And let me just defend the event promoter a little bit for 2 minutes. Here what's going on, right? Here what the scene is. If I go into a store and I say, let me get that shirt there, and they say, well, that's $20. And I tell them, nah, I just want the shirt. They will say, well, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from. I don't give you no free shirt, right? That's the same concept when it comes to these complimentary tickets that people are asking for. You can't just go to a promoter and say, welcome. A complimentary is based on relationship or based on invite, because I wanted to experience this, because you may now propel my event or propel my brand somewhere. You can't be just a random calling up Jules' phone at 4:30 in the morning to say, Jules, have any more ambush packages? Why are we doing this still? Order from early. Why are we going to this? Only giving people a headache. Order from early, organize yourself, and move on. And if you cannot afford to go to the party right now, I want to implement this concept. SH. It's called stay home, right? Treat it like COVID. If you don't have the money, socially distance yourself from the effect. You're looking for comps. Madness. Anyway, on the topic of money, we're now moving to the pocket change segment. Ornella is coming to talk to us some important points that you 20-year-olds, right? I passed that already, unfortunately. But let's talk to Ornella. Pocket change right now. Ornella.
Hi, Kivo.
How are you? A pleasant good evening. How are things? How has COVID been? I always ask that question. How are you dealing with the COVID situation?
Well, I am dealing.
Okay.
Right? Yes. I am glad to be safe at home. I'm dealing.
Yeah. That's a good answer. A very good answer. A very good answer. Now, Ornella, today we want to focus mainly on, the 20-year-olds, right? And a lot of 20-year-olds nowadays don't know what to do with their money, right? They believe it's Friday night limes, having drinks, or just making trips. But what type of money moves should the 20-year-olds make, right? During their 20-year-old phase, in a sense.
Well, Kivo, speaking as somebody who's getting ready to step out of 20s decade, right?
Right.
I could tell you, and I'm glad that you mentioned COVID before, because if it's something that COVID taught us this year is that we need to have a cushion.
Right.
Right? So you need to have a cushion and you need to know what you want to do with your money. And you should prioritize. So you want to have things like an emergency fund.
Right.
You don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. You want to start saving for retirement. You want to start saving for your house. You want to start saving to plan your wedding and invite 100 guests. You want to start planning for your kids, right? And to do that, you need to be wise. And you need to know where you're going to put your money. And if you're like me, you also put some leisure activities under the essential list. So like me, I love to travel at least twice a year. So I have a separate budget for travel.
Right.
So you need to be wise about what you're doing, where you're going to put this money. Most importantly, how is your money going to make you more money?
Yeah. No, that's a great point. That's a great point. So my second question would be, where and what should a 20-year-old invest in to ensure that they achieve their goals for the future?
Right. So when I now started investing, and I started around maybe 23 or so, I didn't really know what to invest in. Right. So I have spoken to persons who I know have been doing this thing a long time. And they advised me to invest in things like mutual funds with unit trusts, buy stocks, invest in bonds, invest in real estate. You need to put your money into different sources so that it multiplies for you, but you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And most importantly, you have to save at least 20% of your income. That is going to be your cushion in hard times.
Very good. Very good. Now, as we know, 20-year-olds, they may come out of a job and come out of university and find their job. Their dream job starts, and now they want to move in to an apartment. They want to buy furniture, right? And all that is a loan payment that has to add on. They buy a new car, etc. How should a 20-year-old manage their debt, right? And what's the process in terms of consolidation and paying off early versus later?
So again, it all comes down to your priorities. So if you really want to be moving out of your parents' home, living on your own, renting an apartment, that is what you are working towards. So it's nice when we go out and we lime and time to pay, take out your credit card, you swipe. But just remember, every time you swipe the credit card, you have to put money back in there, right?
Yes.
That's a bill to pay. So you have to manage your debt. Persons like me, may have more than one credit card.
Yeah.
But are you going to let that bill pile up on you with all the online shopping, all the liming, all the eating out? So sometimes you have to set aside the leisure activities a little bit and focus on the priority. So you can manage your debt. So say you run a big debt pile up.
Yeah.
You have 3 credit cards, right? And you don't know how you're going to pay it off. This is where now you're going to have to decide, listen, I'm not going to add any more debt to this. I'm going to work out a plan. If you go to a credit control agency or a credit counselor, they can help you.
Yeah.
Right? They help you work out a payment plan, a schedule every month where you pay them a sum of money and they will then split it among your bills.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you could consolidate the debt. So you say you're owing $20,000 on 3 credit cards.
Yeah.
Take out a loan from the bank. Of course, they're going to charge you interest on your loan. That's more of an expense to you. But you can take out a loan, pay off the debt one time, or 3 credit cards. And then you just pay off the loan bit by bit. Say in about 2 to 5 years, most people would pay off that consolidation loan.
That is some really important information. I think a lot of people need to know, not even 20 hours only, but people over 30 in some debt. You know, that's important. Some questions were asked in the group here. All right, let me just see if I can get one of the questions here. All right. So how would you say, how important is it to start investment from early, right? Because a lot of people say that I won't take any risk. I don't want to do anything just yet. Let me do it a little later on, right? So investing from early, do you think is an important thing to do as early as 16, 17?
I believe that the earlier, the better.
Yeah.
This is speaking from personal experience. So when you talk about investing from early, you're talking about your emergency fund. As soon as you start that first job, start saving 20%. And every time your income increases, keep it at 20%, right? So that way you save more over time. If your employer has a pension plan, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
From the start, don't wait until you're 30 or 35, then to say, well, you know what? I have 30, 25 years again. Let me start now. No. Everybody likes the idea of early retirement, right? So start early. Invest in a personal retirement plan too.
Yeah.
An individual retirement plan. And the earlier you invest, your interest is going to accumulate and you're going to earn even more money. So this is interest on interest that you're talking about.
Yeah. Very true.
It all comes down to the earlier the better. Yeah. What do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? When you retire, do you want to maintain the same lifestyle that you have now? Well, then it's going to take some sacrifice now, but it'll be worth it at the end.
Yeah. So first of all, Ornella, I want to thank you very much. I really think that information is very valuable to not only 20 hours, but to almost everybody, because I think it's important for us to understand the importance of investment and having multiple streams of investment so that you can have a proper cushion, as you would have said. You know, very, very important. So I want to thank you very much for your information, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. And people check UTC. UTC has a lot of brilliant people, just like Ornella, who could help you on your financial success. So thank you very much, Ornella.
Thank you, Kivo, and it was my pleasure to be here tonight.
All right, so take care.
You too. Bye.
Yes. So Ornella gave us some information there, telling that this is a loaded episode, you know. Every episode has been loaded with so much information. This program gives you so much different things that you could learn about your financial goals, how to be an entrepreneur, just personal growth is very important. It's very important. Having that cushion is important, especially in this time. Having a cushion is important. They say wealth is measured in time. Wealth is measured in time, meaning how long can you go without a stream of income and still maintain your standard of living? So if it, for example, your monthly expenses is $2,000 and you have $10,000 saved and you now lose your job today, that means you can survive for the next 5 months. So you are 5 months wealthy. So wealth is measured in time. Make sure you have a proper cushion. And that cushion could be, let me talk about cushions as a matter of fact. You see the amount of cushions ladies put on the bed, them 20, 30 cushions? Think about it like that. Have as much cushions as possible in your financial bed. You should do that, right? I don't understand the cushions literally. Why we have so many cushions on the bed, I don't know. But financial cushions is important. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a small one here, a big one, it don't matter. Make sure and have as much cushions as possible. Now, let's move on and talk to a good friend of mine. This man, let me tell you, this man would have created a song that I think should be a national song because it allows you to detox from the stresses of life. It gives you a certain feeling when you hear that rhythm play and hear this man's voice hit the beat. It is just ruction. So please, can we welcome to the big segment, Mr. Devon Lyrikal Martin. Let's go. Big to big. Mr. Lyrikal.
What's going on? Blessings to everybody.
Yeah, man. How things? How COVID? How COVID is here?
I mean, you know, coping with it, you know, is a tough time to be living in right now. It's something that we all never faced before.
Yeah.
I mean, so everybody, we kind of dibble and dabbling of, you know, staying inside and, you know, but we still had to go outside and, you know, but we had to be cautious when we go outside, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we used to be on the go all the time now. So at the end of the day, we just coping with it. And I just want to let everybody know, I know in the room right now, but we're coming out of this bigger and better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, Devon Martin and Lyrikal, right? Let's separate it a little bit. And from what I'm hearing, you are a sports all-rounder, right?
Yeah.
Now, give me a little insight. I see a Pusik in the back there. Now, give me a little insight into that. Into Devon Martin, the sports all-rounder.
Right. Well, before music, I was into sports. You know, I'm still into sports, but you know, I was deeply into sports when I was going to school from Trinidad. When I migrated to the States, I actually had about 3 scholarships for football and 2 scholarships for track and field for the 100-meter and the 200-meter dash in Syracuse and North Carolina.
What?
I mean, so I was really deeply into sports. But when I migrated to the States now, the weather, the cold weather, it started to affect my joints a little bit. It's kind of funny, kind of sad at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, it started to affect my joints a little bit. So I was only able to play one. So I choose football. And kind of, you know, give the track and field a little rest. And like I say, I still had the most goals, you know, for the record in my high school in Staten Island. Still, you know, 17 goals in 13 games. You know what I mean? I was really deeply into sports.
Okay. Now, I had to ask, who's your team? Who's your international team and your club team? You had to tell me.
Well, honestly, if I'm being all the way honest, I could call any team. I could call a Starboy team, you know what I mean? But I don't really follow it that much right now. I'm being all the way honest. I just more follow basketball. Because like I said, all around, I love basketball, I love football, track and field, swimming, you know, everything, right? And right now, I just more follow, well, not right this second. Because sports up. But the NBA, I just most follow the NBA right now.
Okay.
And my favorite, my player is LeBron from since high school. You know what I mean?
Okay. Nice, man. Nice. Now, I'm also getting information in terms of you dabbling into, you know, the culinary skills and developing your culinary skill, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, where did that passion come from to, you know, be such a good chef?
Well, from my mom is a real good cook. I ain't just saying that because my mother, right?
Yeah.
But she's a real, anybody who know my mother, if you go by my mother 2 o'clock in the morning and you just say, oh, I hungry, and she just in she bed and here and she getting up and cook for you one time. Understand? Any given time, anything.
Yeah.
Right? So I actually, you know, developed that kind of that skill, you know, from Hannah. And I used to actually work in a restaurant when I was going to high school.
Okay.
Playing football. And after school, I had my little job, you know, because I was always independent from small. So if I wanted a chain, if I wanted the new Jordans were coming out, I didn't really want to ask my mother all the time.
Right.
She always was providing for us from jump, you know what I mean? And I used to work in a restaurant. So a lot of the menus, you see, the people and them see me on Instagram cooking now, this to chicken, this, that, the fish broth and all them things. I'm actually working in the restaurant as well. Okay. You understand? Yeah, I used to work in a restaurant called Mammy Marcy's. And we had all these special punches and you know, like that. So,
but
it has certain artists. I see they trying a thing, you know. I wouldn't really call no name, but you know, my brethren from Sawa, the singer. Our youth man, when I wake up this morning,
he have a nice voice.
You have a nice voice. I see they trying and they take the butter and the bread when the mother take it out the oven and thing. I don't know what they're doing, but you know, the real chef is in the room right now.
Nice.
But kudos to everybody else.
Now, from what I realized, Lyrikal, is that you know you're multi-talented. You know, you're focused on the sport. You have grown so much in terms of the so-called correct culinary skills. Is there something about Devon Martin that people on average would not know that you would like to share?
Well, a lot of people might know I's a real laid back, all the way back kind of guy. You know, you will know that because you will see Lyrikal singing, do me a favor, and do the hands on stage and running up and down and all them kind of thing. But the music, like you say, is a separate entity from Lyrikal. I mean, from Devon Martin. Right. You see how I say number last year? I know really into too much pictures and too much, the frontline things now. But the music gave me a little, a lot more brave, you know what I mean? Out there to, because at the end of the day, you can't be an artist, you can't be frontline and say, well, shy at the camera or anything. And I wouldn't use the word shy. Like I say, I'm just a real laid back, cool kind of guy. If I was not an artist, you probably might never see me in a party. I go in the corner, drinking. And as someone saying, so I real cool. Well cool guy.
Nice. Now, in terms of your soca career, right? Listen, last year was a fantastic year for you, brother, right? And kudos to you on that. Now, moving forward, like what have you learned throughout the process of your soca career that you could tell yourself, listen, that was a hard period, but if I didn't go through that period, I don't think I'd be where I'm right now.
Well, what I learned and what every artist, should know about this music industry and the music career. Every year, every season, every song will never be the same. What you interpret might in the studio and the recording and you say, this is it. That might be it for the people, and not every year might be your biggest year. Not every year would be your biggest year. And you have to, once you understand those terms, right, you will be okay in the music business. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you might have a big tune this year. You might do 100 shows, and then next year you come and have a good tune, and you do 40 shows. You feel what I'm saying? So I always use the term. I always tell them, in music, it's like a beach. You ride the waves. The waves going up, it's going down. Just go drop. Right? And once you understand that about the music industry, you'll be all right. And I learned that over the years, because when I came out, I never come out with a big hit banging with a Ruction or a Cloud9 or a Lona or 25 beats one time, It took me about 10 years, a decade for people to even know who Lyrikal was. You feel what I'm saying? And once I got one foot into the game, and the people and them say, we recognize the talent. All I wanted in the game is for people to recognize my talent. I want to recognize my talent. I just do the works. I was already migrated to the States already. Went back to Trinidad, to home, do the works. And like I say, every year wouldn't be the same. And it just have to move ups and downs in the music and you'll be all right. Because sometimes artists want it to be, they might get a little sour now. They might get a little discouraged. And certain artists, new artists will tell me, boy, I don't know how they just do it. Last year I had a good tune and this year they want to play my thing. And brother, that is with everybody. That is with the Tycoon Marshall and Tano. That is everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you know that, you're good.
Very true. Very true. Now, from what I saw on your Instagram, you did a fantastic concert a while back, right? Now, with the COVID, do you see yourself into new projects now, seeing that we may have to go virtual a little more? Or is that something that you would hope kind of fades away and you go back to the actual stage with the crowd, etc.? Or you want to diversify into different projects?
Yeah, I would like to diversify into different things because, like I say, at the end of the day, we don't know when this will end. We're not sure, you know what I mean? And like I say, even with the virtual concert, in respect to that, that wasn't something, obviously, I had in my, in my brain from before. Once it hit, I as an artist, I'm not saying any other artist is not like that, but I as an artist always think of the people first. Everything for people. So once it hit, once I see it hit and all the shows started cancelled, all the carnivals started cancelled, it just trickled in my mind and say, you know what? I had to do something for the people. Everybody's spirits down, financially, you know, people in a crisis right now, and you know, everything is going on. So we as entertainers, I had to step forward and say, yo, what's going on? I call my manager, I call my DJ, I say, hey, what's going on? We're going and do an Instagram live concert. They say, yeah. I say, yeah, we're going and do it right now. People's spirits down. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I will definitely want to do more of that. I mean, it's as much as they could really do. You feel what I'm saying? But I will definitely, you know, try to get used to that, because we don't know how long this will last. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true. Yeah. Now, before we go, someone was asking, what is your motivation? What motivates you to be part of this music industry every single year and keep bringing out good music?
Well, I mean, I have a passion for music from small. You know what I mean? I grew up in a church choir. My grandfather was a pastor, and I had no choice. I was in a church choir, so I had a passion for music. I started with that village beating the African drums. So that's why I developed, you know, the rhythm inside of me. Yeah. Just come up with a song with no beat. I could write a song with no beat, like songs like 25 beats and all them songs. It never had a rhythm before. I wrote it without the beat. You know what I mean? So life experiences inspire me to, you know, to write music, because I think when you write something, it has to be relatable to the people and them, for the people and them to create, you know, and get that energy. If you know what I'm saying, so a person will be like, yeah, boy, you know, I experienced something like that before. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're making music for the people and not ourselves. Right? So life experiences motivate me, and like I say, just things that's going every day on a daily basis, and we just play it in different, you know, ways, because we are creatives. And as you say that, I know I release a new track called Ghetto Youth, and you know, it have people who love it, and it have people who be like, damn, I didn't know Lyrikal used to sing reggae. You know what I mean? There's a couple reasons why I did that. Couple reasons why I did that is because I wanted to show them a versatility, because it's something I always wanted to do. Not saying I want to become a reggae artist or a dancehall artist or anything like that. I just wanted to show them the versatility, and you know, just let them know, hey, you know, anything is possible. You understand? Any music. At the end of the day, if you feel to do hip hop, if you feel to do reggae, if you feel to do dance, we are creative and we create music, you know, different music at any given time. So
very true, very true. Now, last thing I want to ask you, there's a 10-year-old boy, a 10-year-old girl that wants to become a soca artist. What do you tell them? 3 things you tell them to persevere in that industry. What would you give them your advice from your experience?
That's a very good question. Coming into the music business is one of the most difficult things, and then after you have to maintain it yourself, right? Practice your craft every day. If it's a writer, if it's a producer, every day, you know, practice your craft every single day. I say push, guys, pray until something happens. You have to have faith to the Almighty Father, and He will tell you the time. Your timing might be His timing, right? And once you get in the game, do whatever it takes to market yourself and keep yourself active, to be consistent in the game. Consistency is key. Like I said before, not about having the biggest song all the time, but be consistent in your writing and your producing, and you know, in whatever you're doing in the music business, you gotta be very consistent and active with it. You know, so practice your craft, pray until something happens, push. I like to call it push. And be very consistent in what you're doing.
Great. So, Mr. Devon Martin, Lyrikal, thank you very much, sir. A lot of people asking so much questions, but you know we don't have much time for that. So we really appreciate you giving so much nuggets and, you know, giving a different side of yourself. It was really, really thought-provoking, and I want to thank you for giving us that time, and UTC definitely thanks you for being part of the show.
And keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Always. Respectful. Take care.
Yeah, man.
Yes, so that was Sir Devon Martin, Lyrikal. The man was a footballer, a track athlete. The man is a cook. Everything is real talent here. And I normally give a nice little synopsis of what would have happened throughout this episode, but I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because it's Friday, and it's Giveaway Friday. And we are going to give away some more units. $500 in units. First of all, before I start, unit trust employees are not eligible for this competition, right? you are not eligible. Dear Unit Trust Corporation employees, I am sorry. This is for our other guests. So please, ask no and answer no questions, right? So I have 3 questions here. First person to send these questions with the answers, so let's send the answers, will get $500 worth of units. So I want to get 2 tips given by Jules to entrepreneurs. What is one thing you should save for in your 20s? And did Lyrikal work in a restaurant when he was younger? 2 tips given by Jules to entrepreneurs. What is one thing you should save for in your 20s? And did Lyrikal work in a restaurant when he was younger? We're waiting to see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take a little trim. I find looking. Yeah, I take it off. I take it off. I can't take it no more. I'm looking like a bear boy. I couldn't take it. Let me give you the questions again. What are 2 tips given by Jules to entrepreneurs? What is one thing you should save for in your 20s? And did Lyrikal work in a restaurant when he was younger? I'm waiting for somebody to answer. If you didn't answer, that means he wasn't listening. And if he wasn't listening, then he missed out some important points that can help you for financial future. And if you know what them points, well, what I'm going to tell you? What I'm going to tell you? I can't tell you nothing. I'm waiting to see who answers. Good. We have a winner, Crystal. Congratulations. You answered everything correctly. You were the first to answer. So you win $500 worth of units, courtesy the Unit Trust Corporation. So all the best to you. Have a fantastic evening. And I always say, please log on to the Facebook page, Everything and Then Some. That gives you all the information, all the previous episodes, everything you need to know. And also you get to talk to some professionals of the UTC who can help you to your financial success. This was Kivo. Happy Friday. Stay safe. Wear a mask. We're back on next week, right? For our next episode of Everything and Then Some. Agon.